Today we're going to show you how to calibrate the 420 IQ to ethylene oxide 100 ppm. First of all, we want you to take a look at the tag on the side of the housing. You'll notice on the tag you see the serial number of the unit, the gas in the range, and the heater current. We also have another label on all our transmitters. This is the center label, and it shows the gas in the range as well as the serial number. And you'll notice another label right next to it, right here. That's a warning label that says do not disconnect, do not take the center off before powering down the instrument. That's a warning label. If you do that, you could damage the sensor and ruin it for good. So we need to check the heater current by using the magnet, and you tap the heater button once and you'll see on the display that it'll show the heater current in milliamps. You want it to match what it says on the side of the unit on the label. You can use the up and down actuators with the magnet to move it up or down as needed until it reaches the same number that shows on the label. The warm-up time for our sensors is 8 to 24 hours. So once you've made sure the heater setting is properly set and that the unit is warmed up, you want to come and zero the instrument. You zero the instrument by using the magnet, tapping the zero once, and it says apply gas. Tap it again and it flashes. When it stops flashing, the zero adjustment has been made. Next thing is to prepare the gas. Okay, the next step is preparing the gas to apply to the unit so it can calibrate it. You're going to use three things. You're going to use the 9106 pure gas sample. You're going to use the syringe to remove the sample from the bottle. You're going to inject it into the 9905 canister. So you can put this canister on the transmitter to expose it to the gas. So you put the canister on the transmitter first. You use the syringe. You can go through the rubber stopper. We want 0.1 cc's to equal 100 ppm. So you take out a little bit more than that, push it down to 0.2, you go from 0.2 to 0.1. That will inject 0.1 cc's of pure gas into the canister, which will give us a 100 ppm concentration of ethylene oxide. As you can see on the transmitter, the numbers are starting to read, and it's responding to the gas. We're going to span the instrument by tapping the span once. It shows us the concentration we want to expose to the sensor. It should be full scale, which is 99.9 ppm in this case. You tap it again. You can see that it's coming to the stabilized reading. It's flashing. That means it's sensed the gas, and it's reading the gas, and it's trying to find the stabilized reading. You notice it went all the way up to full scale. It came back to 70 something ppm. It brought it down a little bit. It's allowing it to stabilize. It's still reading. Once it stabilizes, you'll notice it shift to 99.9, and the done light will stay on solid. At this point, you can either remove the gas. If you want to try to force it to calibrate one more time, you could simply tap the span button again, tap it a third time, and that will force it to calibrate. You can do that as many times as you want until you're satisfied with the calibration. So remove the gas, take the canister off. You'll notice the reading starts to go down almost immediately. It should come down to 80 to 90% of the way, all the way to zero, in about the same amount of time that it took to read 80 to 90% on the way up during the calibration.